Gemini. Mark this date, October 15th, 2025. This isn't just another day on the calendar. It's a point of no return, after which your life will be divided into before and after. Imagine standing on a beach, drawing a line in the sand with a stick. Behind you are your old, tangled footprints. Ahead lies a clean, untouched shore. This date is that very line. Can you recall a day in your life that already split it into before and after? The universe is giving you an ultimatum. Either you continue to adapt to someone else's world, or you create your own. In the next 30 months, starting from this point, you have the opportunity to generate over $1 million by building a system based on what you already know. This is your ticket to absolute freedom. It's like living your whole life in a rented apartment, adhering to the landlord's rules, no noise, no drilling into walls. Then suddenly, you're told, here are the keys to your own home. But there's a condition. You must build it yourself from the materials you already have in your garage. $1 million in 30 months is roughly $33,000 a month. This isn't magic, it's a concrete financial goal. How much longer are you willing to live by the rules of someone else's lease agreement? The world is coming to meet you. The current economic uncertainty and technological boom are not chaos. They are the perfect environment for your flexible, quick intellect. The world desperately needs guides, those who can explain complex things in simple terms. And you are the prime candidate. Imagine you spent your whole life learning to surf, but lived in the mountains. Suddenly, a giant wave heads for your city. For everyone else, it's disaster and panic. But for you, it's the only chance in your life to ride your wave. The current chaos in the world is your wave. It's a tailwind that fills your sails. Have you noticed that in hustle and bustle, you somehow start thinking twice as fast as others? But to get this ticket, you must pass 3 internal exams. The first is dismantling the old reality. The second is the code of your genius. And the third is creating a global network. Each will unlock a part of the secret hidden in your horoscope. It's like finding an old family pie recipe. It has 3 parts. First, thoroughly clean the kitchen and discard all spoiled ingredients. That's the dismantling. Second, find that secret ingredient only you know. That's the code of your genius. And third, invite guests who will truly appreciate your pie. That's building the network. 3 locked doors stand before you, and I am about to give you the first key. Are you ready to open the first door? Before we delve deeper, you must signal your readiness to the universe. This is a ritual. Right now, write 2 words in the comments. I am the source. This is not just a comment. It's your declaration that you cease to be an effect and become a cause. It's like standing at the edge of a pool. You can endlessly discuss the water temperature, but nothing will change until you jump in. Your comment is your jump. A physical action that transforms thought into intention. You are as if raising your hand in class and saying, I'm here. I'm ready. Do you feel how even the thought of these words changes something within you? By writing these words, you begin to close the most painful chapter of your life. The chapter where you were forced to constantly adjust. Remember that feeling, endless adaptation to other people's rules, other people's moods, other people's instability. It's the life of a chameleon forced to change color not for camouflage, but to survive. You change your colors to meet parental expectations, a partner's plans, a boss's mood. Until one day, looking in the mirror, you realize you've forgotten your own true color. That feeling when you walk into a room and the first thing you do is try to read the atmosphere to understand what mask to wear today. Does that resonate? This race for adaptation has led to deep mental exhaustion. To a terrifying question you ask yourself in silence. What do I truly want? Where is my real home? You feel that your own life doesn't belong to you. As if you are a brilliant actor playing a role in someone else's poorly written play. Imagine you're a brilliant translator. You spent your life helping others understand each other, perfectly conveying their thoughts. But one day, you realize with horror that you've forgotten how to speak your native language. You've lost your voice. You are that beautiful key that can open any door except your own. Has it ever happened that you gave someone perfect advice, then realized you weren't following it yourself? So, your declaration, I am the source, is the first step to firing the director, rewriting the script, and taking the lead role for yourself. Astrology merely provides us with a map of this overthrow. And the main key on this map is one slow but all-powerful planet. It's as if a river, which for its whole life obediently flowed along the channel dug for it, suddenly decided to become a spring, a source, and to choose where it flows, even if it means breaking through rocks. Before you is a treasure map, where the X marks not a place on Earth, but a power within you. Are you ready to learn the name of this power? Before we delve into the first exam, you must understand what cosmic force is currently working for you. This is not a quick transit. It's a tectonic shift that happens once every 248 years and completely changes the rules of the game for you for the next 20 years. It's not like a summer thunderstorm that quickly passes. It's like a change of seasons. You don't see it happen in one day, but one morning you wake up and realize the air is different. Winter is over. Your personal spring, which will last 20 years, has begun. A giant gear in an old clock has clicked into a new position. Have you felt in the last couple of years that old methods stopped working and new ones haven't yet appeared? The name of this force is Pluto, the planet of total transformation. After 15 years of pressure on your career and status, it has finally moved into the sign of Aquarius, your 9th house. This is the sector of worldview, higher knowledge, and global influence. Imagine you spent 15 years climbing a steep mountain with a heavy backpack. The goal was to reach the summit. And now you've reached it. But it's not a summit, it's a vast plateau. You can finally drop your backpack and see the incredible view all around. The goal is no longer to climb higher, but to explore this new, enormous world. It's like finishing a 15-year mortgage. A weight is lifted, and completely new opportunities open up for you. Simply put, the universe is taking away your task of fighting for your place in the sun and giving you a new one, becoming the sun for others. Your value is no longer in how you fit into a system, but in the unique system of knowledge you can create and offer to the world. Before, your job was to be a perfect brick in the wall of a large building. Now, your job is to become the architect who designs the entire building. You become a lighthouse. It doesn't fight the waves or try to sail anywhere. It simply stands on its foundation and shines, helping dozens of ships find their way. Your job now is to be a lighthouse. What if your main task now is not to do, but to illuminate? This Pluto transit creates the energetic foundation for your $1 million and your freedom. And the date October 15th, 2025, is a critical point when Pluto's influence will combine with other, faster planets, creating a perfect storm of opportunities. Pluto is like a large cast iron skillet that heats up slowly and for a long time. It's the foundation. And October 15th is the moment when spices are thrown onto this hot skillet, instantly releasing their aroma. You can't rush the skillet, but missing the moment for the spices means ruining the dish. It's a sunbeam focused through a magnifying glass to a single point, capable of igniting a fire. But to use it, you need to shed ballast. Are you ready to throw everything unnecessary out of your boat so it becomes lighter and can catch this wave? So, we begin the first stage of your journey, dismantling the old reality. And your first examiner is the strictest planet of all, Saturn. Until early 2026, it is in your 10th house of career and status, and its task is to test the strength of everything you have built. Saturn is not an evil teacher. It's an old, wise master who comes into your carpentry workshop. He silently takes each chair you've made and sits on it. If the chair breaks, he simply points to the wreckage. His goal is not to punish, but to ensure that only strong and reliable items come out of your workshop. It's like a government inspection checking your house for safety. Which chair in your career would break first? This exam manifests as a feeling of a glass ceiling, delays, obstacles, and immense responsibility. Saturn forces you to ask uncomfortable questions. Is the career I'm holding onto truly mine? Or is it another compromise? Does it give me energy or drain my last reserves? It's like trying to drive a car without releasing the parking brake. You press the gas. The engine roars, fuel is consumed, but the car barely moves. Saturn is that parking brake. It doesn't say you're a bad driver. It signals, stop. Something is wrong. Check the dashboard, don't just press the accelerator harder. It's running in place. You're tired, but there's no progress. What activity in your life currently feels like driving with the parking brake on? The biggest fear here is the fear of losing everything. Giving up a stable but unloved job. Finishing a project into which much effort has been invested, but which no longer has soul. Saturn demands honesty, and this honesty can be painful as it requires admitting that you spent time on someone else's goals. It's like spending many years building a beautiful house, only to realize that the foundation was laid on a swamp and the house is slowly sinking. To admit this means admitting that years of labor were in vain. And it's easier to pretend everything is fine, to paint the walls while the floor gives way beneath your feet. It's like an old, heavy coat. It no longer keeps you warm, but taking it off is scary because it feels like you'll freeze without it. Which sinking house in your life are you clinging to out of fear of admitting a mistake? To pass this exam, you don't need to fight. You need to agree. Agree to take stock, pay debts, close unviable projects. Every no said to an old career liberates a huge amount of energy for the new. This isn't destruction, but clearing a construction site. It's like pruning a garden in spring. You cut old, dry branches not to harm the tree, but so that all its life force goes into new, healthy shoots and future fruits. Imagine you have 100 units of energy per day. An unloved job takes 80. By saying no to it, you don't lose the job. You reclaim 80 units of energy that can be invested in something that will bear fruit. What are you willing to prune to give life to something new? But why does the universe demand this painful revision from you now? The answer might surprise you. It's not about your career. It's about how your old professional model supported your main psychological wound. And until you remove it, no $1 million and no freedom are possible. It's like treating a cough without realizing its cause is mold in the walls of your house. You can drink all the syrups in the world, but the cough won't go away until you tear down the wall with the mold. Your old career is that very wall. It's a weed with a very deep root. You can cut the top, changing job after job, but until you pull out the root, it will grow back again and again. Have you noticed that you keep hitting the same roadblocks in different companies? Your habit of adapting, your mental exhaustion, all of this was directly fueled by work where you had to be someone else. You were the ideal employee, the flexible performer, the reliable partner. But you weren't yourself. And Saturn is now breaking down this construct not out of malice, but to expose the root cause of your fatigue. Imagine wearing shoes 2 sizes too small. Yes, they are beautiful, expensive, everyone admires them. But every step you take is pain. You've become so used to it that you even consider it normal. And Saturn is simply saying, take them off. Enough. Remember that feeling when you come home from work, sit in a chair, and can't move for 15 minutes. All your energy went into being someone else. What ill-fitting shoes are you wearing right now? Therefore, every obstacle, every delay from Saturn is not a punishment. It's a gift. It's a sign that, like a flashlight, illuminates the weakest beam in your old structure. The universe is literally forcing you to stop repairing the facade and pay attention to the cracked foundation of your self-definition. It's like a toothache. It's agonizing, but its purpose is not to punish you, but to make you go to the dentist before the problem destroys everything to the root. Saturn's obstacles are the toothache of your career, saving you from complete collapse. Or imagine your child suddenly starts to fuss and won't let you get into the car. You get angry, and a minute later, you find out the car's brakes are faulty. Their fussiness saved your life. Similarly, Saturn's fussiness saves you from moving down a dangerous path. What recent obstacle might actually have been a life-saving sign? To embrace this dismantling means, for the first time in years, allowing yourself to stop conforming. This is the first, most important step to reclaiming your life. You are not losing status or stability. You are shedding the shackles that were chained to that status. It's like throwing off a heavy, wet cloak in the middle of a summer meadow. Yes, it might be a little chilly and unfamiliar at first. But a minute later, you feel the sun's warmth on your skin and incredible lightness. It's like finally exhaling after holding your stomach in for a very long time, with all your might. A simple permission to be yourself. Can you feel that relief right now, just by imagining that you no longer need to pretend? However, as soon as you begin to shed these old chains, a new, even more insidious trap appears on your path. Its name is Neptune in your 11th house. It's the illusion of easy salvation, which can lead you far from your true goal. Imagine you have escaped the prison of your old career. You run through the desert, tired but free. And suddenly, ahead you see a beautiful oasis with palm trees and cool water. You run towards it with your last strength, but it's only a mirage. Neptune's trap is a similarly beautiful but non-existent oasis for your soul. Have you ever been offered something that sounded too good to be true? Neptune creates a fog of idealism. It can manifest as a sudden desire to go spiritual, join some utopian social project, or believe a new guru who promises quick results. It's the temptation to swap one addiction from an old career for another, from a beautiful but empty dream. It's like trading one cage, iron and obvious, for another, gilded, with soft cushions and beautiful music. Seemingly more comfortable, but it's still a cage, because in it you are again dependent not on yourself, but on the owner of this cage, a guru, a community, or an idea. It's a sweet fog in which it's very easy to get lost. What beautiful dream is most alluring to you right now? This could be a friend proposing a brilliant startup without a business plan, or an online community that talks a lot about high vibrations but creates no real value. Neptune in the 11th house is the risk of dissolving into collective illusions and losing yourself again, but under the banner of a great mission. You are invited to a project where everyone is very inspired, hugging and talking about saving the world, but no one can clearly answer three simple questions. What exactly are we doing? How do we make money? What is my role and responsibility? It's like arriving at a dinner party where the table is beautifully set, but there's no food on it. Only talk about food. Are there people in your circle who talk beautifully but do nothing? The antidote to Neptune is Saturn's pragmatism and Pluto's focus on purpose. Before joining a new community or following a new idea, ask yourself one question. Does this bring me closer to creating my unique system of knowledge, or is it just a beautiful way to escape the hard work on myself? Your Pluto-driven goal is a lighthouse that shines through Neptune's fog of illusions. As long as you keep your focus on the light of that lighthouse, you won't stray off course. It's like going to a store. Before buying a beautiful item, you look at the price tag. That's Saturn's pragmatism. Similarly with ideas, before buying a beautiful dream, look at its price. How much of your time, energy, and focus will it require? What is your personal lighthouse right now? The theory is over. Now begins the practice. I'm giving you your first mini-quest, which you need to complete within the next 72 hours. It's called Reality Audit. Your task is to ruthlessly and honestly assess where your energy is truly going. It's like taking inventory in a store. Before buying new goods, you need to understand what old stock is lying dormant in the warehouse, simply taking up space. Your energy is your most valuable commodity. It's like cleaning the pipes in your house. You need to find all the clogs and leaks through which your life force is aimlessly draining away. Are you ready to see where your strength is really going? Take a sheet of paper and divide it into 2 columns. In the first column, Old Code, list all projects, obligations, and even people who constantly force you to adapt and cause that mental exhaustion. This is everything Saturn is currently testing. This is your list of energy vampires. And these aren't necessarily bad people or projects. Even a beloved activity, if built on a faulty foundation, can drain your strength. Imagine your day as a bucket of water. Write in this column all the holes through which it leaks. Write down what makes you think, "Oh God, not this again," when you see a reminder on your calendar. What first came to your mind right now? In the second column, Illusion Code, list all new ideas, proposals, and communities that seem too good to be true. Those that promise salvation without your personal effort. This is where Neptune might be waiting for you. This is a list of sweet syrups. All those cures for fatigue that don't actually heal, but only temporarily relieve symptoms, diverting you from real self-work. It's like eating candy instead of a proper meal. Delicious, quick, but it doesn't provide energy. Write down an idea here that makes you feel pleasant excitement, but for which you can't even outline 3 concrete steps. What candy looks most tempting right now? When you complete this list, you will see a clear map of your energy leaks. You will understand what needs to be closed, what to give up. But then the main question will arise: how to fill the resulting void? The answer lies not outside, not in new projects or people. It is hidden within you, in your unique genius code, which we will unlock in the next stage. You've weeded your garden. Now you have clean, fertile soil. But if you don't plant anything in it, weeds will grow again. What will we plant in your soil to yield $1 million harvest? Does this emptiness frighten or excite you? Welcome to the second stage, the code of your genius. You've cleared the ground, and now we begin to build. This stage is under the patronage of Pluto in your 9th house. Imagine you've enrolled in the most elite university in the universe, where the main subject is yourself. You've been given a 20-year grant to research the most interesting topic in the world, you. All libraries, all laboratories, all resources are open for you to find the answer to one question: what is my truth? You are not a student at a desk, but an explorer on an expedition into the most uncharted jungles of your inner world. If you could study anything without thinking about money, what would it be? The 9th house represents your worldview, your philosophy, your deepest beliefs. Pluto here orchestrates a total review of everything you've believed. It forces you to discard borrowed knowledge, social dogmas, and parental conditioning to find one, your personal, unbreakable truth. It's like sifting through an old grandmother's chest. You take out each item, each belief, and ask yourself, is this truly mine? Or am I keeping it out of politeness? Do I need this, or is it just taking up space? Pluto forces you to leave in the chest only what has true value. It's like sifting sand through a sieve to find the golden nuggets of your personal truth. What belief, imposed on you in childhood, do you still consider your own? And this isn't happening in a vacuum. The entire world is currently searching for new meanings amidst global crises. Your personal search for truth perfectly resonates with the collective demand. The idea you find deep within yourself will be needed not only by you, but by thousands of other people. Imagine the whole city is without power. Everyone is looking for matches, candles, flashlights. But you, meanwhile, are not looking for a flashlight. You are repairing the central power station in your basement. As soon as you start it, light will appear for everyone. Your personal search is the repair of this power station. You tune your piano, and suddenly it turns out that the entire orchestra tunes to your sound. What problem in the world do you consider most important right now? Your task at this stage is to become an explorer. Read not what's trendy, but what resonates internally. Connect not with those who confirm your worldview, but with those who expand it. Pluto demands depth. Your goal is to find that topic, that idea, that ignites you so much that you are ready to dedicate the next 20 years to it. You are not a tourist running through popular spots with a guidebook. You are a geologist looking for your gold vein. You might dig through tons of barren rock, but you are looking for what truly shines. Getting lost on one page of a book for half an hour because a single phrase turned your entire understanding upside down. These are the moments you hunt for. What topic makes you forget about time? Now I will give you the method to find that very idea that will become the core of your $1 million system. But before I tell you how to find it, understand what it is. It's not just a business idea. It's the intersection of 4 crucial coordinates of your personality. It's like a GPS. To accurately determine your location, it needs signals from at least 4 satellites. Similarly, your $1 million idea is not on a single plane, but at the intersection of your 4 inner satellites. It's a treasure map where to find the treasure, you need to combine 4 different fragments. Have you ever tried to find one main passion but felt torn in different directions? The first coordinate is your accumulated experience, even the negative. Everything you've been through is your unique dataset. The second coordinate is your innate curiosity. What you are willing to read and talk about for free, even at 3 in the morning. The first coordinate is the flower of your experience. All your mistakes, falls, and successes have been ground into this unique flower. The second is the yeast of your curiosity, that which makes this dough rise. Without flour, the yeast has nothing to raise. Without yeast, the flower will lie dormant. Your experience is your library. Your curiosity is the flashlight with which you illuminate its most interesting shelves. What could you talk about with a friend all night long? The third coordinate is a problem you see in the world that you desperately want to solve. This is your resonance with Pluto. And the fourth, most important coordinate is the unique solution you can offer, thanks to your unique combination of the first 3 points. The third coordinate is the hunger of the world. What food are people looking for but cannot find? What pain afflicts them? The fourth is your signature dish. The unique solution you can prepare from the flour of your experience, with the yeast of your curiosity, to feed the hungry. The third coordinate is a lock on a door. The fourth is the unique key you can forge, which will fit no other lock in the world. What in this world seems terribly unfair or illogical to you? Your task is to find the intersection of these 4 roads. The idea lying at this crossroads is your genius code. It's not something you need to invent. It's something you need to discover within yourself. It's already there, buried under layers of shoulds and musts. It's like the children's game, hot and cold. You don't need to know the exact spot. You just need to start moving and listen to your inner voice that says warmer as you approach this intersection. It's an archaeological excavation. You are not creating an ancient city. You are carefully, layer by layer, brushing away the earth so it can reveal itself in all its glory. Which thought from the last 4 points made your heart beat a little faster? Perhaps you think, I have so many ideas, but I can't finish any of them. This is the main block for Geminis. But precisely now, in an era of technological breakthrough, your so-called problem turns into your main superpower. It's as if you had 5 hands your whole life, and you considered it a deformity. Clothes don't fit, everyone else has 2 hands, and you feel awkward. Then an era arrives where the most valuable skill becomes the ability to do 5 things at once. Your problem suddenly becomes your main trump card. You're a Swiss Army knife. Your strength is not in one blade, but in multifunctionality. Have you ever been accused of being scattered? Your strength, governed by Mercury, is the ability to synthesize information from completely different areas and explain complex things in simple words. In a world overloaded with data, the winner is not the one who knows the most, but the one who connects and explains best. You are a natural translator of meanings. Imagine a vast library where all the books are piled in a heap. This is our world of information. The winner will not be the one who reads the most, but the one who organizes them on shelves, creates a catalog, and can find the right book for another person in 30 seconds. You are that brilliant librarian. You build bridges between ideas that were once on different shores. Are you often told, "Oh, now I understand. Thank you for explaining it so simply"? Artificial intelligence is your main ally. Neural networks can take on all routine data processing, freeing your brain for what it does best, generating unique concepts and creating connections. You don't compete with a robot, you conduct it. Artificial intelligence is your personal orchestra of 100 musicians. It can play any note perfectly. But without you, the conductor, who knows what music to play and what meaning to put into it, it will just be a collection of sounds. Your job is to wave the conductor's baton. It calculates faster than any human, but it will never tell you what exactly needs to be calculated. You are the one who sets its task. What is the most boring part of your work that you would gladly give to a robot? Stop seeing yourself as a scattered person. Start seeing yourself as a multi-channel processor. Your task is not to choose one idea and discard the others. Your task is to find that central idea, that crossroads we talked about, and make it a hub for all your interests. You are not the owner of a small, specialized shop. You are the director of a huge hypermarket. Your task is to properly arrange all your goods, all your interests on the shelves. Your key idea is the sun. And all your other passions are planets that revolve around it, creating a harmonious system instead of scattering in chaos. What idea can become the sun for all your planets? And we come to the main revelation of this stage. The key idea you are looking for is not just a project to earn money. It is the answer to your deepest, most painful question, where is my true home? It's like spending your whole life searching the world for a magical well, only to realize it was always in your backyard, just overgrown with weeds. Your idea is not something you need to find out there, it's something you need to return to within yourself. It is your North Star. No matter where your ship takes you, as long as you see it, you know where north is and how to get home. What does the word home mean to you? Your feeling of homelessness and loss of self was connected to trying to find support in the external world, in jobs, cities, people. But for you, an air sign, a true home cannot be a geographical point. It's like a bird trying to build a nest underwater. Pointless. It's not its environment. Similarly, for you, trying to ground yourself in one place means betraying your nature. Your home is not a nest, but your migration route, your internal compass. You are like a turtle. It is never homeless because its home is part of itself. Your idea becomes your shell. Where do you truly feel at home? In a certain place or doing a certain activity? When you find this idea, you gain an inner core that does not depend on external circumstances. You can change countries, cities, environments, but your home will always be with you in your mind. Your freedom of movement, promised at the beginning, becomes not an escape, but a natural consequence. This is the difference between a tree with deep roots and a tumbleweed. When the wind blows, the tumbleweed goes wherever the wind takes it. But the tree stands, only swaying its branches. Your idea is your roots. They give you stability, even if a hurricane of change rages around you. It is your spine. It is flexible, but it holds the entire structure. What could become your spine? You have found your code. You have found your inner center. But a brilliant idea, locked in your head, is merely a fantasy. For it to become a reality and bring you $1 million, it needs two things: structure and people. It's time to go out into the world and build your global network. And this is our third, final stage. You found the seed of an amazing plant in the ground. But for it to grow, it needs to be planted in the right soil. That's structure, and watered. That's people, their energy. Leaving the seed in your pocket means not giving it a chance to sprout. Your idea is a spark. By itself, it is nothing, but if there is kindling and oxygen nearby, it can ignite a huge bonfire. Are you ready to show your spark to the world? So, the third and final stage before the turning point, creating your global network. Now that you have your idea, we return to the energy of Neptune in the 11th house, but from a position of strength. Before, you were a lonely boat in the fog, and any passing ship seemed like salvation. Now, you're the lighthouse. You are not looking for someone to dock with. You light your own beacon, and the right ships find their way to you. You are not searching for listeners. You begin to sing your song, and those who truly love it gather around. What does it feel like to not seek, but to be sought? If in the first stage Neptune was a trap, now, with your inner core, it becomes your main tool. You are no longer looking for someone to join. You are looking for those who resonate with your idea. You begin to form your tribe, your circle of like-minded individuals. This is the difference between going to a market and trying everything and opening your own bakery with unique bread. Not everyone will come to you. Only those who love your specific bread will come. But these will be the most loyal customers. It's like a tuning fork. When you start to resonate at your true frequency, all other tuning forks around you, tuned to the same wave, begin to vibrate in response. What kind of people would you like to tune to your wave? This isn't about handing out business cards. It's about starting to talk about your idea, writing about it, making videos, discussing it with those who are ready to listen. The people who resonate with your thoughts are your future clients, partners, and students. Pluto in the 9th house gives you the magnetism of a teacher. Neptune in the 11th gives you the ability to gather inspired followers around you. It's like building a bonfire on a cold night. You don't chase people and drag them to the fire. You simply maintain the flame, and people naturally start to approach to warm themselves. Your idea is your bonfire. Try sharing the same thought 3 times in the next week, but using different words. Write one social media post not about how things should be, but about what I believe in. And just see who responds. What prevents you from talking about your idea right now? Your genius code now acts as a powerful filter. Those who come to you out of idle curiosity or for quick gain simply won't be able to stay long. They will quickly fall away. Only those who share your deep values will remain. The quality of your circle is now far more important than the quantity. Your idea is like a Wi-Fi password. Only those who know the correct password, meaning those who share your values, can connect to your network. Others simply won't see the signal. You are as if sifting your circle through a sieve, and only the most valuable golden grains remain. Instead of chasing 1,000 followers, set a goal to find 10 people with whom you could have a heart-to-heart conversation about your idea. Who in your current circle already knows your password? Your idea exists. Your tribe is starting to gather. Now for the most practical step, how to turn this into a system that generates income. The answer again lies in your Gemini nature, the ability to structure information. You have flour, water, and yeast. That's your idea and your tribe. Now you need a recipe to turn this into bread, not a sticky mess. Your superpower is precisely the ability to write such recipes. You transform a pile of scattered bricks into a neat and beautiful house. Do you like organizing things, creating lists and plans? Your big idea needs to be unpacked into specific products. This could be an online course, a book, consulting, a subscription-based community. The main principle: you create not one product, but an entire ecosystem where each element leads to the next. Imagine your big idea is a cow. It's foolish to try to sell it whole. It's much more profitable to sell milk, cheese, sour cream, butter. Similarly, your idea needs to be divided into different products for different people. Someone will buy a glass of milk, for example, an inexpensive webinar. And someone else will buy a whole wheel of cheese, for example, personal coaching. It's like a tree. It has a trunk, your idea. Large branches, courses. Small branches, articles. Leaves, social media posts. And fruits, your clients' results. What is the smallest and simplest product you could create from your idea right now? Don't try to do everything yourself. Use technology. Automate routines, create digital products that can be sold an infinite number of times. Your task is to create a system that works even when you sleep. This is the path to freedom. You can carry water from a well in buckets, or you can spend the time and effort once to build a pipeline. The system is your pipeline. It requires effort at the start, but then the water flows by itself. You just need to check the pipes occasionally. Or imagine a record on a vinyl. You recorded the song once, and millions of people can listen to it anytime. A digital product is the same kind of record. What one action do you repeat every day that could be automated? $1 million in 30 months is not a fantasy, but mathematics. It's made up of the value of your idea, multiplied by the reach of your network and the efficiency of your system. Every step you've taken so far, letting go of the old, finding an idea, gathering like-minded people, was a necessary element of this formula. Calculate. To earn $1 million, you need to sell a $100 product to 10,000 people. Or a $1,000 product to 1,000 people. Or a $50 annual subscription to approximately 1,667 people. This is not magic, it's arithmetic. It's like cooking a complex dish. You can't just mix everything together. First, you need to clean the vegetables. That was your Saturn stage. Then find the right spices. That was your Pluto search. And now you cook it all correctly, creating a system. Which of these numbers seems most realistic to you? And now we have come right up to the state. You have done immense inner work. You know what to discard. You have found your idea. You have started to build a system. And now the universe is giving you the final, most important test. Imagine you have built a ship. But before releasing it into the open sea, it is put into a special tank, and a storm is artificially created to test every rivet. This is a dress rehearsal before the premiere, in an empty hall, but with full commitment. Do you feel this tension before something big? This test is a check of your fidelity to yourself. In the coming months, temptations will surely arise to return to the old ways, a lucrative offer from an unloved job, criticism from loved ones, a bout of internal doubts. This is the old reality's last attempt to hold you back. It's like quitting smoking. The strongest urge to smoke doesn't come on the first day, but a month later, when you feel like you've already won. The old habit makes one last, desperate attempt to reclaim everything. The door you closed with such difficulty will suddenly start to be rattled from the other side. What lucrative offer from the past could shake you now? That is precisely why October 15th, 2025 is so important. It is your personal Rubicon. It is the day when you must make a final, irrevocable decision. Not just to try a new path, but to burn all bridges leading back to the old life full of compromises. It's like skydiving. While you're in the plane, you can still change your mind. But the moment you step out of the door, there's no turning back. This date is your step out of the door. It is the signing of your personal declaration of independence. Are you ready to put your signature on this declaration? Your decision, made on this day, will become the energetic impulse that activates Pluto's full potential. This is the moment when you tell the universe, I am ready. I will not turn back. And it is after this decision that true, visible growth begins. Everything before this was merely preparation. All previous work was the slow, effortful drawing of a bowstring. And your decision on this day is the moment you release it. And the arrow flies at tremendous speed straight to its target. It's like pressing the enter key after writing a very long and important code. Do you feel how the bowstring is already pulled taut to its limit? So, Gemini, this entire journey, from career dismantling to global network creation, has been a journey to your true home. You have moved from external adaptation to internal authorship. You have stopped being a reflection of the world and have prepared to become a world for others. You have transitioned from the question, who am I, to the affirmation, I am the source. You were a mirror that perfectly reflected everything around. And you have become a painting that creates a new reality itself. All previous work was a cocoon. Now it's time to spread your wings. What do you feel, looking back on this journey? Now you have a new code, a new mantra, that should become your operating system. Repeat it every day, especially in moments of doubt. My mind is my home. My ideas are my freedom. This phrase is the key to your power and a reminder that everything you need for success is already within you. It's like the home address you write on your suitcase tag. Wherever you go, you always know where to return. This address is within you. It is your personal flag that you raise every morning. Repeat this phrase aloud. How does it feel? Remember the 2 words you wrote at the very beginning. I am the source. Now you understand their true depth. These are not just words, they're the culmination of your journey of transformation. They are the password to your new reality, which begins on October 15th, 2025. At first, it was like saying I love you for the first time, with hope and trepidation. Now you say it like someone who has lived with a loved one for 50 years, with all the depth and knowledge behind those words. It's the key you insert into the lock. At first, you only received it, and now you turn it. Do you feel the difference between how those words sounded to you at the beginning and how they sound now? And if you have completed this journey, take one final step. In addition to your first comment, write now what first, smallest part of your big idea you commit to bringing to life by the end of this week. Not start writing a book, but write 200 words. Not launch a blog, but register a domain name. Take a step that takes no more than 15 minutes. It's like having a long feast and then eating a small piece of chocolate to conclude the meal. This small step is not the beginning of a big task, but a beautiful completion of your decision. Solidify your intention. Your time has come. What is the very smallest step you can take right now?